Indeed, indeed, indeed. It is week 7 in the National Football League, and we are back at it here on the Winner Winners, presented by our good buddies at winwithsports.com. We had a good week, 3-2 last week. Could have been 4-1 if not for that wild Packer-Lion game on Monday night. My man not going in the end zone there and alleging or settling to kick that game-winning field goal for a 1-point win. And the Lions, they're part of our picky picks this week. They have definitely been my go-to team. Speaking of my go-to team, it's winwithsports.com. They make this all possible. Jerry and the guys over there, they take care of you, whether it's NFL, college, baseball. Playoffs are coming. World Series around the corner. NBA is about to start. The NHL. They've got it all for you. Winwithsports.com. Twitter is winwithsports1. Hit them up at 866-258-7060. 866-258-7060. My guy Jerry, the Sharp of the Sharps. All right, so let's get to week 7. A lot to digest, and hopefully we got some more winners for you. 19, 10, and 1 so far through the first 6 weeks. Let's see what lucky week 7 does for us. Let's start in Atlanta, the Rams and the Falcons. Talk about teams that are not expecting the kind of season they're having. The Rams are 3-3 and having lost 3 straight against a hapless Atlanta team that finds themselves 1-5. Now, in theory, you have JRod Goff, you have Matt Ryan. The over should be easy, right? It's 55. The Falcons' defense has been atrocious. They've given up 87 points in the last 2 games against Houston and against Arizona. That's good news for Goff and the Rams, who are struggling, man. They need some offense. Remember, they only scored 7 points last week against the 49ers. And Goff, 78 yards passing total. Very unlike him. So for Goff, who only has 7 touchdowns this season, had 7 interceptions, I expect a big bounce-back week for the Rams, and they're going to get well, as a lot of teams have gotten well against the Falcons. Atlanta, meanwhile, Matt Ryan's having a pretty damn good year. He had 4 touchdowns last week against Arizona, but nobody noticed. The Falcons are bad, real bad. So I would take the Rams giving the 3 points, being on the road, and going to hit that over of 55. It should be easy, and of course, the Falcons are exactly what the doctor ordered if you're a struggling offense. All right, second game, the Vikings and the Lions. It's in Detroit, and I've told you the Lions are my go-to team. They're my boo this year, okay? They are 4-1 against the spread. They're 2-1 this year, but they're 4-1 against the spread, and every game they've played this year has been decided by 4 points or less. Let's see how they respond after the brutal officiating last week that took away pretty much a win with these random hands to the face penalty. Now, Minnesota, they've looked good the last 2 weeks with convincing wins against the Giants and the Eagles. Devin Cook, well, he's in the middle of things as usual, okay? Another rush touchdown last week. That's 5 in the last 6 games. And Minnesota's 3rd in the league in yards per carry on the ground. So they're going to run the ball, and that opens it up for Kirk Cousins. Detroit gave up 170 yards last week against the Packers. So that is sort of their Achilles heel. They give up bunches in the run game. Now, Minnesota loves to play action. You're going to see a lot of that with Dalvin Cook and with Kirk Cousins. I think Minnesota's going to win the game. Okay, they're laying 2 points on the road, but I gotta go with my guys, right? I gotta go with my boo. I gotta go with the Lions. It's you never want to bet with your heart, but the numbers say Detroit is 4-1 against the spread. They've won 4 straight against the spread. They lose games, they win games, and they're all close. For as much as this is one maybe I'm willing to lose, but I'll take Detroit at home getting 2 points in a tough divisional battle with the Vikings. Let's go to the 4 o'clock games, the late games. Let's go to the Chargers and the Titans in Music City. And the Ryan Tannehill era has begun in Nashville. Oh, boy. Well, folks here in Miami know what we're talking about. All right, 2-4 and 2-4, both records. The Chargers did not expect to be at this point, and they have been brutal. They're coming off terrible losses at home to the Steelers and the Broncos, and they're 1-5 are the Chargers. 1-5 against the spread. 11 turnovers, by the way, in their last 6 games, and back-to-back games with 3 turnovers. That's been part of the problem. They also can't run the ball. So you know Phillip Rivers is going to throw the ball. So that makes you one-dimensional, and you can defense that. Now, the Titans, they've given up the most sacks in the NFL. But LA doesn't really pressure the quarterback. So Ryan Tannehill, for as savvy as he is, he may be able to move around in the pocket. He may have some time, and he may be able to pick apart that bad Charger defense. Now, the Tennessee defense, though, has been pretty good, okay? 5 straight games now that the Tennessee defense has hit the under. Now, the under in this one, 40.5. They've hit 2 unders, have the Titans, under 38.5. I think we're going to see more of that. I'll take the Titans minus the 2 against a very bad Charger defense, a very, very bad Charger team, and a good Tennessee defense. So I'll go Titans laying the 2 points at home, and I'll take the under. For as much as I hate it, I'll take the under 40.5 in that ball game. All right, let's go to the Sunday night game. You've got the Eagles and the Cowboys in Big D, a classic NFC East matchup. And you've got 2 teams that come into this game 3-3. The Eagles kind of plodding along, trying to find themselves, while the Cowboys, well, they've lost 3 straight. Remember, they started 3-0, including a survivor pool busting loss at the Jets. You know, some of you know what I'm talking about on that. Now, we're back in Big D. The Eagles trying to find themselves, and I think the play in this game, the Cowboys are laying 2.5. Forget that. The play in this game is the over-under. The number's 49. Remember, Carson Wentz has been great. 12 touchdowns, just 3 interceptions. Dak Prescott, 11 touchdowns. Philly averages 349 yards on offense a game. The Cowboys, 443. These teams have scored, okay? The real issue for the Eagles, their secondary sucks, okay? And then you enter Dak, you enter Ezekiel Elliott. I think we're going to see some points in this game. Eagles head coach Doug Peterson guaranteed a win. I guarantee the over 49. Book it. That's probably your lock of the week. Cowboys, Eagles, over 49 in the Sunday Night Delight. Finally, Monday night. Is it a stinker? Is it a clunker? Well, you got the Patriots at the Jets. What are you going to say about this? Pats are 6-0. Jets are 1-4, but they're coming off that shocker beating the Cowboys. The Pats, I'm not hating on them. I'm just telling you the truth. They're 6-0, but they've played a bunch of dogs all this season. I mean, 6-0 against the Steelers, the Jets, the Redskins, the Dolphins, the Giants. They should be 6-0. Their toughest game was at Buffalo, where they won, but they only won 16-10. Does anybody expose the Pats on that? I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, the Patriots have the best defense in the NFL. They don't give up a lot of points. Sam Darnold has returned and keyed that big win against the Cowboys. We'll see how he does against this best defense. This is the 5th game, by the way, for the Patriots. The 5th game that they have been a double-digit favorite. That's tough. Maybe that's why they're only 4-2 against the spread. And they have covered on all of those games, though, except for one. They were laying 21.5 points against the Jets and didn't cover. This week, a much reasonable double-digit lay. -10. Pats -10 on the road at the Jets on Monday night. I'll take that easy, okay? I'll take the Patriots. They're going to move to 7-0. Their schedule is going to get tougher as the season progresses. They'll have a Kansas City, although who knows if Pat Mahomes will be on there. They have a Baltimore. They have a tougher schedule as the season, so the Pats right now stockpiling wins. The Jets, Adam Gase, offensive guru, he lost against the Pats in Week 3. I think he's going to lose against them in Week 7. So, to recap, we take the Rams -3 and the over. We're going to take, in Philly, we're going to take the over. That's the lock of the week, Philly and Dallas. Okay, over 49, we're going to take that. We like the Titans -2 and under 40.5 at home against the Chargers. We like the Lions +2 at home. And on the Monday night game, we'll take the Pats laying the 10 on the road in the Meadowlands. Hey, winwithsports.com. They're my guys. 866-250-7060. That's the guys to talk to. Jerry and the fellas. They are the sharps of the sharps. They'll take care of you. Winwithsports.com. Hit them up on Twitter. win with Sports One. Plenty of action on JRod and the Boss Lady. Having a good time. Hook us up on YouTube, Spotify, Stitcher, SoundCloud. It's all the best stuff that we've got going on there. 13 episodes of JRod and the Boss Lady, plus 13 Spanish words a day. We're having some fun. Hope you are too. Hope it's a good week. I'm Jim Rodriguez. Winner winners.